What is up, YouTubers? This is Cobby the Wolf Singh, and today I'm gonna take you guys through an amazing workout that I feel like is gonna benefit you guys if you guys are wanting to work out your legs and build strong, healthy legs without damaging your knees and also without tearing up that lower back. All right, guys, so the first exercise today, we're gonna basically do squats, but we're using a belt and it's attached to a weight below. So it's gonna be pulling you down from your waist instead of having to load up your spine with too much weight. A lot of times, especially like this happens to powerlifters, but when you're lifting a massive amount of weight for your legs, you're basically putting way too much axial load or weight on your spine, on your back, and you're compressing those vertebrae together. Let's say this is your vertebrae and this is your vertebrae right here. You got a gelatin like this in between. Over time, you're gonna narrow that space, and then you're gonna get a not just maybe some bulges, but you're probably also gonna get some issues with the facet joints too. Guys, you don't want to be living with back pain. I've worked with a ton of clients that have had to experience back pain from not working out properly their entire lives. These are people like not just in their 60s and 70s. I'm talking about people that were athletes, you know, in their 20s, in their 30s, dealing with back issues. You guys want to avoid it, and this is how we can try our hardest to avoid damaging our spines and our backs when we're young, and also keep our backs healthy and make sure that we can still work out in our 50s, 60s, 70s. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're attaching that belt around our waist, and we're putting ourselves in a position like this with your feet a little bit wide, not super wide. And you're coming down like this, just into basically a regular squat form. Make sure that you have a natural hip hinge. Coming down to here, holding onto this bar right here to help protect you, and then come back up, squeeze your glutes hard at the top. Now, what you'll notice is when I'm coming down, my knees, I'm not coming down to a full right angle at my knees or parallel to the floor. I'm slightly above with my knees. Now, when I come down, because I am taller, it is touching, the weights are touching, so this is as low as I can basically go right now. But studies kind of show that if you bend your knees below this point right here in a squat, that's not necessary to recruit more of your quad. Basically, you're just putting more pressure into your knee. So it's okay to kind of stop right here. You don't really have to come down all the way right here. But again, you don't want to stop like here. Like, you don't want to be like this. I would say come down to at least here, okay? So another thing is with this belt, I don't have that bar on my back, so I don't have that axial load that you get with the regular barbell squat. The good thing about that is that I can max out my legs without compressing the disc between my vertebrae over time. All right, guys, the next exercise is just a regular bar squat. Now, I know I said I want you guys to avoid axial load, so you'll see I'm not going over 25 pounds on each side. I want a little bit of some axial load because it is healthy to get that pressure on the vertebrae, on the disc between the vertebrae. It's just too much. It's gonna wear down your back over time. And at the end of the workout, I'm gonna show you how to combine this with basically an exercise for spinal decompression that would help flush more blood into your discs. So basically, the way that your disc between your vertebrae get nutrients is from compression and decompression. So what we're doing with the squat is we're getting a little bit of some axial overload, not too much pressure on the back. And then we're gonna, at the end of the workout, do an exercise for spinal decompression. And that is going to help release that pressure from the disc. Okay, that's how we're gonna get more nutrients into the disc. Remember, there's not that much blood supply to that region of your body, so this is just a way to kind of help keep it supple. Now, the reason why I'm not going super heavy with the squats is because if I was to go too heavy, I'm going to, over time, like I said, like what a powerlifter would do, is I'm going to compress that and I'm going to shorten the space between my vertebrae. And again, that's going to lead to joint facet issues. That's going to lead to maybe a bulge disc, things like that, degenerative disc, and it's going to cause you back pain, chronic back pain, which you don't want to deal with later on in life. All right. So when we're doing these barbell squats, same exact form when we did the squat with the band or the belt around our waist. You're basically coming down like this, so almost to a full 90-degree bend at the knees, slightly above that, not all the way, all right? That way we're also protecting the knees. The next exercise that we're doing today is the knee extensions. A lot of people say that knee extensions damage the knees over time. That is if you're lifting a massive amount of weight, but if you're just lifting enough to get, let's say, I would say 15 to 20 reps in, and you're focusing on a squeeze and a contraction in the muscle, that should be okay. It's when you're lifting too much weight or you're jerking that weight up and it's not nice and controlled, that's when you're gonna cause too much shear tension across that patella tendon and that knee. And you don't wanna do that. That's what can cause wear and tear in the knee and break it down over time. Okay, so you'll see me right here. I'm just basically taking my leg, and again, I'm lifting light, and I'm extending it, and I'm focusing on a squeeze in my quad. Now, the last exercise for today is spinal decompression. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to a bar, and I'm just gonna basically hang. And if you look at my feet, you'll notice how I'm keeping my feet on the floor, and I'm letting my knees just pull my hips down. And basically what this does is it helps take the vertebrae right here, and it helps take pressure off the disc. So I did do a little bit of some axial overload. Now I do want to decompress that and take that load off. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's workout. It's a great combination of exercises to help work your quads, even your glutes, and develop those muscles properly without breaking your body down. Now guys, remember, if you do feel any pain in your joints, then that's your body's way of telling you you need to back off or you're doing something wrong. Hope you all enjoy the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, add me on Instagram and send me a comment or a DM. My Instagram is kabi.thewolf.scene.